It quickly turned into a movie. Prodigy and Biz Markie, A Story to Tell, the documentary. With the autobiography by Uncle Yahshua. Audio reading from the book, Lucky to Be Alive, The Story of My Life. The taller of the two shoved me back a little, and then, the moment that he won some room between us, he started to pull out a gun out of his pants. As he pulled out the gun on me, I pulled out both of my guns, one in each hand. The Colombian only had one gun. His partner immediately drew a gun on me, reinforcing their threat. All I could think was that in the blink of an eye, now I had two guns on me, and Shakim was beyond useless. Documentary. I got a story with Supreme Team when I was little, when Supreme came up to me and his goons was ready to clap me, but Supreme was like, you know what I mean? I understand people want the stories of the stars of the people. They want exclusive stories of the stars that no one's ever told, first-hand accounts, and that's all I got all day for a lot of them. I was going to tell that story, but I'll save that for the Wu-Tang story. Let me tell, which one was I going to? Oh, the Jay-Z. I'm going to give y'all a Jay-Z Tupac one. Yeah. This is a little story on 25 to Life with Uncle Yahshua. Like and subscribe for more incredible stories.
Do not reach for that. But Dow itchy. He mad because he like, this nigga got the drop over there, and Dow don't want to lose his chain. I know he just got the chain. Like, he just bought the big official Dumbo joint with the Nefertiti. So I know this nigga like, I'm not trying to lose this chain, right? But I'm like, nigga, you gonna lose your life. Let me do this the right way. Shout out Jim Pop. Shout out Comment Gang. Let's get in. Uncle Yahshua back again for number 2. Y'all knew I was coming back. All right, so we're going to get this popping right now. So this is a legendary one here. I'm giving Lab all the celeb joints, but I also got some jail stuff coming for you too, Last. Yeah, so this time, Last, this is the time that the Juice movie was being shot. Now, so I'm from Strong Island, so I'm from the home of Public Enemy. So Hank Shockley. So as another story gonna come, Last, about my crew, the Nasty Four. You know about it because I told you another story about it. But so we had a deal with Hank Shockley, right, at this time. So Hank Shockley, because we was legendaries, all right? I got a clip. Matter of fact, I'm going to send it to you, Last. So we're going to get these receipts going. I'm going to send you a clip of Granddaddy IU on, what's his name? Ed Lover from Who's the Man? Y'all know Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. That he interviewing IU, and IU talks about my crew, Nasty Four. So I'm going to let it come from the horse's mouth. So we don't need no, you know what I mean? This is all receipts for everything. Dang. So I'm going to send you the clip. You put it in if you want. If not, it don't matter. Let's go. So this is the story. So Hank is trying to sign the legendary Nasty Four. Now, Hank is the bomb squad that's Public Enemy. He did Slick Rick. He did Mary J. Blige's second album. This is when Hank is at his pinnacle. Hank Shockley. Google him, y'all. Young guys, Google him. So Hank Shockley at his pinnacle, Last. Now, Hank Shockley is so big that the Juice movie, Tupac movie Juice, y'all know that legendary movie where, Last said he got a story coming about it too, where legendary, a lot of crap was going down in the hood over Juice. Now, so Hank was so big that Hank is the one that did the soundtrack to the movie Juice. So anybody go look at the movie, Hank Shockley did the soundtrack. Now, Hank Shockley is also the one that put Leaders of the New School on. That's Busta Rhymes, right? He also put, they came through, Mobb Deep came through there too. There's a legendary 510 Studios in Strong Island, whatever. We'll tell that story another time. Now, so Hank, he put Leaders of the New School on. So Hank, the Juice movie, it came out. In the Juice movie, Hank had another group called Son of Berserk. So you look at the Juice poster, look in the Juice movie, you'll see a poster that says Son of Berserk. They on there too. They from Freeport. Freeport stand up. Freeport in the building. That's T.A. Peppin and what's good, y'all. So Son of Berserk, that's signed to Hank because Hank had Soul MCA. SOULMCA. And that's when he had Chuck Chill Out. He had a whole bunch of, Hank was popping at this time. So Hank is doing the soundtrack to the movie Juice. Now, so he got, it's a Juice movie release party. The release party for the Juice is at the legendary building. The building, guys, everybody, this is hip hop history. The building at this time was the most legendary hip hop spot. This before the Tuttle, before the Palladium, before all that. The building, it was like on 11th Avenue. It was this big gutted out building, and it was monster in there. The building, everything official. I got another Wu-Tang story coming pretty soon about me and Wu-Tang at the building. It was crazy. So, now, so I'm gonna give him a little update last, because you got to understand, when I get a contest, you got to know why there was a little beef between the Nasty Four and Leaders of the New School. This before Busta Rhymes went solo. They was Leaders. Now the Leaders was big. This when the Leaders first, this when they Busta Rhymes, before he went separate solo, the Leaders was big. They were at their pinnacle. So Hank got the Leaders to do the Juice release party, to perform at the Juice release party at the building. Now this is the biggest party in hip hop right now. New York City hip hop, period. This is the Juice movie, guys. This is Tupac's big movie debut. Anybody don't know what the Juice was, it's official. Google it for the youngsters out there. Now, it's the biggest thing in hip hop. So it's the biggest party going down. Everybody who is somebody in New York City, from the streets, from entertainment, all that is at the building. If you ain't official, you ain't there. All right, now, so Hank is doing the thing. So Leaders of the New School, they performing now. So I got to go back a little bit. So the Leaders had a little beef with us. And first of all, shout out to Taheem. That's Buster. Shout out to Taheem. What's up, Ty? This is the guy Rashawn. You know what it is. That's my G. We always kept it official. We got into a little beef, but that's what it was. It was New York City. It was rap. It was a rap thing. So we was the legends. Now, back in the days, I got a legendary story with Taheem. I released that on my channel, where Busta Rhymes came up to me and IU. We was doing a radio interview. This when IU was on top of the charts. He came up, and that's when I first met him. And he told me that he grew up off our music, and they used to ride bikes and come to our shows and all that stuff. Nasty Four. They come from us, whatever. You don't act like you know, whatever. He who know, they know. All right, so now the Leaders blew up, right? Now this is what happened. This is what happened. Busta Rhymes, Taheem, I know he will laugh if he hear this. Taheem did a Varnell Hill on me last. You know what Varnell Hill is from Martin?
Yeah.
So,
what you talking about? If you ever in Hollywood, look me up.
If you ever in Hollywood, lads, come check me out, right? So we didn't know he went in a Varnell Hill. So the nigga saw my man Saquon, right? He saw my little man Saquon from the Heights, right? Shout out to the Heights. I'm from the Hills, the Heights. Everybody from the Heights, Strong Island stand up, Hempstead stand up. Oh, that's where you from the Heights. So he saw Saquon, right? Taheem, Busta Rhymes saw Saquon. So he sees Saquon, and we usually be holding official. So he shouted out Saquon. So Saquon went up to him like, yo, where Ryan at? Talking about me. Right, I was the guy right showing. He's like, yo, he out on the island and everything. He's like, yo, tell Rod to holler at me. Tell him to holler at me. That's my peoples. That's my people. So he gave Saquon the phone number, right, lads? So the nigga Saquon gets back to the island. He hit me up. Yo, Rod, that nigga Busta Rhymes wanna holler at you, son. That nigga ready to put you on, son. He ready. So I was already in the studio at this time, right? So and my man IU had laced me with some tracks. I got some unreleased fire that me and IU, some joints that we got together, right? So I was at the studio that IU set me out on Suffolk County, out east on Long Island. Shout out to Suffolk County, stand up, right? So I'm in the studio. So Saquon hits me in the studio, last, so I get hyped, last. I'm thinking, it's on. And I'm in the studio making heat rocks. I got A+ on it. I got IU on it. I got Money Harm, GMB, the ones that did Maria for Carlos Santana, that classic million trillion record seller. So I got all of them on my album. We got the heat rock. So then I get the number. So I'm in the studio. I'm like, yes, I'm about to call this nigga, right? So I call the number, right? So we're in the studio. So the engineers, mine and my goons in there, everybody get quiet. We stop the music, and the engineer, the white dude engineer, and he all listening. This is a big moment for us, lads, right? Because Taheem Busta Rhymes is really big at this time. So I call the nigga. So the nigga answered the phone. So he's like, who this? So I'm like, yo, what's good, Ty? This the guy Rashawn. And he got quiet, right? So I'm like, yo, what's good, Ty? He's like, yo, what up? You know how nigga energy is so down. You like, it is not invited. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up, this shit ain't invited, lads. So I'm like, okay, and last, I'm on speaker. So it looks really bad, last, Cause I done told niggas like, you know, we about to make this call, you know what I mean, to bust the vibes, you know what I'm saying? And so the nigga energy is mad low, right? So I'm like, yo, what's good, Ty? You're like, oh, I'm like, Vashon from Hempstead, Nasty 4. You're like, oh, yeah, what up, girl? I'm like, what's good, man? None. You just in the studio? I'm like, yeah, I'm in the studio too, my G. You know what I mean? I'm making this heat rock. He said, I said, I know you seen Say, so you gave him the number. So what's good? I'm just hollering. Ain't none. Yo, I'm like busy right now, my G. Whoa. I'm like, whoa. You can hear everybody in the studio like, whoa. I'm like, is son curving me? I'm like, whoa, did he do a Varnell Hill? The Sandman or whatever they did the Varnell? I said, oh my, and I'm like, yo, my G, so why you just say the number then? I'm just saying, I just gave him the number, man. I'm like, wow, my G, like, it's like that? So I'm like, you know what, man? You know I don't do all that, so I hung up the phone, bang. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I'm from the streets. You feel me? No disrespect to Ty. You know what it is. That's my people. So I'm like, so now the nigga, my goons in the studio like, yo, F that nigga. We gonna make a diss song right now. So we end up making a diss song. Now, I had to give y'all the backstory so y'all can understand why it's a little tension that's about to go on at the juice party, right? So we make the diss song, right? We got the leaders diss. I ain't gonna, not for the leaders. Who like to follow us out? They try to climb on stage. They try to act buck wild, but nobody does it better, no better. Yo, we killing it, all right? Nasty 4, that's coming soon, right? So we make the crazy leaders diss song, and then we go up to Electra, and we get Clark Kent. I'll tell our story a whole nother time, backstory to that. So it's this whole big thing with the industry and the beef, and that's when Clark Kent sent us to Brooklyn to press it up ourselves, because Dante Ross and them and Electra, who it was a whole big thing. They was like, this could mess up the leaders, you know, momentum, and they just blowing up. So anyway, bang. So Hank Shockley, he knows about it. So Hank is my people, right? So Hank know me. So Hank come and find me, and he's like, yo, I hear that joint about y'all, you know, going around about y'all and the leaders. He was like, you know, I can't get with it, but what I'm gonna do, I got my movie premiere for the Juice movie soundtrack at the building, right? Now, Hank saw me at the car wash in Roosevelt. Shout out to Roosevelt, my goons for Roosevelt. Roosevelt Strong Island stand-up. So he see me at the car wash, right? Now, last, I always got the Benzes and all. I don't know which one I got. I got all type of crap, right? So I got something, and Hank pull up on something crazy, right? So I'm always official. So anyway, he see me at the car wash, so that's when he like, yo, why? So whatever, he's like, yo, I got the joint at the building. He's like, I'm gonna set y'all up. Y'all gonna perform. He's like, the leaders is performing too. So I'm like, whoa. He's like, so if y'all go there and y'all kill it, he said, I can guarantee I can get y'all a deal with somebody else, but I can't do it because, you know, I mess with, you know, the leaders and all them. So I was like, it's all good. He just plugging me last, right? So bang. So the night of the building, we get all ready. Now, just a little backstory, guys. We used to be the baddest in the world, right? We would probably slay the leaders before, all right? Whatever. Everybody who know what it is. But at this time, lads, we not really rap. I wasn't definitely rapping. I was hustling. So I wasn't really at my best. I wasn't really at my apex at this time. So now, and the leaders is doing their thing. They're like the biggest rap group now in the rap game at this point. Right? So we do a little BS practice or whatever in the projects, whatever. We get our little routine together, we gonna do. Bang. So now, the night of the big Juice premiere party release at the building, New York City, everything is lights, camera, action. We get to the building. Now, I got on the crazy red Fendi suit, the one that's on the cover of my book, the crazy big whales, we heavy. I'm talking about heavy, and this will make sense after this, because it's another after party. This is where it all going to tie in. While we heavy, Dow Lex is with me. He heavy. That was the one who was in the first story with IU, the one that me and him got back to back. Dow Lex, he always with me. So Dow Lex is with me. He heavy. He got the big crazy truck joint with the big Nefertiti head on it, the big dumb Nefertiti head with the red jewel in the eye of the Nefertiti. I got on the big crazy, so I think I got the Gucci link. We heavy. So we get to the building, bang. They already got us on the VIP because Hank hooked it up. So we get in. Now the building is crazy. So it's like so DJ Kid Capri is DJing last, and this is when he had the rubber bands on his turntables. Capri is the first person I ever see have that, where the turntables are suspended off the air and they sitting on rubber bands, like they like bounce. Crazy. I never seen it before then. So the building, the DJ, because it's like a hollowed out warehouse. So they have like a catwalk. You know, in jail when you got the catwalk, it's like a catwalk that goes across. It's up in the air, right? Like you walk up these big steps to go up, and there's a catwalk to go from one end to the other. That's where the DJ was. So it was like a catwalk, like a strip, and the DJ was up there. So and they have bodyguards, so you had to be somebody to get past them to walk up the steps. So we was able to because of Hank. So we went up there, you know what I mean, with Capri and whatever. So we up there, whatever. So now we get all set up. Capri, they tell us when we gonna go on. We going on after the leaders. No, I don't know. I don't remember if it's before the leaders or after the leaders. It might come to me, but it's relevant. So we get there. So everything is set up. Now we looking crazy fly and all that, right? So then all of a sudden the leaders come in, right? Now they come in and the crowd goes crazy. Now they was heavy. They had a bunch of the Uniondale dudes with them, right? Uniondale stand up. So they come in, they heavy. So Hank already set us up. So we walking around. Now this was the first time I didn't feel like I'm a street star, but now it's the industry stuff. It's starting to switch. The industry starting to switch from the streets to the industry. Because before, back in the days, the street stars was the stars. In industry, it was really nothing to have a record deal and all that. It still ain't mean nothing. But at this time, it's starting to blow up. So the from the magazines and the videos, all the girls is looking at the street star. So when leaders in them came in, Busta Rhymes and Charlie Brown, his light skin, all the chicks was all over them, lads. It was like all the chicks in the whole building just ran to them. I was like, damn, this is a whole different level. I felt mad insignificant, guys. This is the first time, lads. I felt small, lads. I didn't like that shit either. I was like, nobody know us. Like, what the hell? Like, they was all over them. And I was like, damn, this is a shift changing. Because I felt mad insignificant. So them niggas, and they knew it. So now, listen to this, guys, worldwide. So Taheem and Busta Rhymes and them, they knew that our leader, this song tape was out there. So they knew the beat. So when they saw us, you know what I mean, they ain't gonna set it because we both official, you know what I mean? So them niggas with them ain't no punks or nothing. They know me, they know we ain't no punks. So, but you could tell them niggas was looking like, yeah, this is real celebrity. They got bad chicks from everywhere around them, and we sitting there, I'm looking at them like, this niggas looking like, yeah.
This was before they ever put out a record?
No, this is when they had, this is right before Taheem put out Ya, 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 before he went solo. So this is after Scenario, my G. Scenario, the biggest, what's the scenario? As I combined, this is when they was at the pinnacle, right before Taheem went solo. So they was the biggest thing in hip hop when Scenario was out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right. So, yeah, this is the leaders at the top, King. So all the chicks was like, I mean, it was like, like Tupac or whatever, whoever's the biggest nowadays, I'm old school, so I say old school names. But, so last, they were so fly, so I felt mad insignificant. Gee, I'm not used to that, right? So we there, so them niggas, they knew it too, lads. You know how they know it? Cause they look, and I remember Charlie Brown, he a light skin, he's a pretty haired nigga. And then he had, Charlie Brown had fell up. I heard he coming back. Shout out to Charlie Brown, man. He had really fell off, lads. I don't know if someone slipped him a Mickey or something. Anybody from Long Island know what I'm talking about. He had became one of them dudes that walk around with the fur coat, like scratching themselves in the hot, in the heat, like no shoes, home, like he had really, they said, yeah, the Charlie Brown leaders of the new school. It's for a while. Now I heard somebody said they came out of it. And he came out of it a little bit, and and him and the other dude from Leaders try to do music. But yeah, Charlie Brown, it was bad, my G. Niggas was telling me, and then I seen him one time. I felt so bad, my G. He walking around talking to himself and all that. You know what I mean? It was really bad. Shout out C Brown, man. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're feeling better, my G. And all those who looked out for him and help him snap out of it, that's what's up. We need to look out for our people, man. That wasn't okay. Yeah, somebody slipped him something or something last. It was really bad, my G. So at this time, Charlie Brown, he was a pretty light-skinned dude and all that. So I remember he came over to us. He had like 5 bad light-skinned chicks. And he just looked at us and walked past. I was like, oh, they stunned on us. All right, so no, they went first. Yeah, they went first. So all of a sudden, it's performance time, right? So, they like, yo, leaders in the new school about to perform. So all the crowd going crazy, right? They ready to get set up. So they get up there and they perform. So you performing up on the catwalk where Capri is. It's like enough space to perform up there, right in front of the DJ equipment. You got the mics. So they get up there, right? And anybody who was there, get in the comment section. Y'all know exactly what anybody who's at the Juice premiere party at the building, get in the comment section. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So they start going live. So they doing their hits live. They are killing them. The crowd is going crazy. Capri stopping turning off the music. All the crowd is singing the lyrics to their songs. And then the dude Geronimo, which is their dancer, a Urindale dude, he hanging off the catwalk bar and swinging from like these niggas look. They doing their thing. I gotta give them mad props. Shout out to the leaders. Shout out Tahim. Y'all know they did their thing last. So they killed them, right? Crowd going crazy. They did all their hits. So now it's our turn. It's our turn. So they call us up there, and nobody know us last. We don't got a record deal or nothing. Now we look official. We look good, right? But nobody know us, right? So they call us up there. Now, if we would have been out our prime, because see, this is where you keep it 110%. If we would have been out our prime, I would have knew to like, you know what, let's do no music and let's do a routine that's just going to rip them to everybody's mouth open. Don't try to do no song that they don't know. You know, you don't want to put on a beat nobody knows and try to do a song and niggas want to dance and drink and niggas, you don't know your song, nigga. You know, niggas ain't trying to hear you when they trying to party. They trying to get with chicks. They like, unless you put on their joint, that's the joint on the radio, that's the jam, then they'll rock with you. This is not the spot to be, this ain't the spot to be premiering nobody last. This is not the spot.
Niggas be, that's why I don't do none of that. Even when I was heavily trying to do this rap shit, niggas be like, yo, you want to come here perform? I said, listen, nigga, I ain't performing nothing if niggas can't sing the words to that shit. Niggas ain't gonna be staring at me. Niggas ain't gonna be staring at me on stage like I'm stupid. You feel me? I'm good.
With crickets and shit in the background. Yo, niggas, if you get the wrong crowd, they'll start booing and throwing shit. And we get the fighting. See, I ain't playing. We gonna get the fighting in there. Like, I get upset. Like, I can't be embarrassed. I don't come from that, right? So bad move, lad. So we get up there, right? Now, the only thing that gave us a little bit of leeway is how we look, because we look like stars. We look better than leaders, because, you know, we heavy. Like, we got Wells, and I got Fendi stuff, like, we look like. So we get up there, so everybody, like, so we get the mic, and we like, yo, so we all loud and stuff, so we get their attention. So everybody, it's thousands of people, guys. The whole building is full of people, and we up top, so you can see everybody. So we get started. So when we get started, Raheem, he did good at the beginning. So Raheem said a rhyme first, and it was fly. So he got it. I see everybody like, okay. So then they threw on the track, right? So they threw on the track, and we started to do the routine, and niggas don't know the song, like. So you get all of maybe 1 minute attention span when niggas is like, we don't know this song. So we started doing the song, and I can see niggas start turning around. Niggas start going to the bar. Niggas start kicking it to chicks. I'm like, oh shit, like we losing them, man. So we go, and I'm like, yo, Capri, hit the next joint. So we hit the next joint, that pushed them farther away. A whole new joint they don't know. Now, if I would have been thinking, lads, and we would have been our prime, I would have set it up where we would have used beats that's already hot. Like the remix joints, like 50 Cent used to do, use a beat that they already like. Then they'll rock out because they'll like the beat itself. See, that's the way. But we weren't thinking. We was coming from the streets, hustling. We wasn't in our rare form. So we doing new, unreleased joints. Nobody heard. So we doing the joint, and we lost the crowd, guys. Niggas, they ain't boo, but niggas was just turned away. It was like crickets. I'm like, oh, this is it. Back. And then all of a sudden, I see the leaders of the new school walk right to the front and just look at us like, ah. They looked at us like, ah. This what y'all get, nigga. Go back to the island. It's like drive back to Strong Island. And we official. We done made it. Y'all niggas ain't make it. We made it, nigga. We made it. We stars. Y'all niggas might be stars in the island. Y'all old school legends in the island, but this is the industry, nigga. I was like, oh, they killed us last. Okay, now they killed us. I gotta give Ty props for that. I give you props, Ty. Y'all definitely slayed us in that, no doubt. All right, now here we go. So we finished the building, right? They finished, right? So we get off. We look crazy. We look crazy last, right? So we get off. Now, the same niggas who was like giving us all type of high fives and giving us all type of, because they knew we was, you know what I'm saying, lad? They knew we was VIP, right? From Hate Chocolate and all that. Niggas was turning, nigga turn away like they don't see you coming towards. Niggas turning their backs. I'm like, oh, this. I was like, yo, let's go. I was like, yo, wait. Let's get the hell out of here, G. Chicks, any little bit of chicks that was looking at us before, chicks was like, oh, these niggas is losers. Like, these niggas is losers. They start turning away, and I'm like, this does not feel good. I have never in my life felt that way before, because I've always been, official street legend, getting money. I don't never feel that way. So I'm like, oh my goodness, we are mad uncomfortable. So Taheem and them walk around, all the chicks, they looking like, walk around with girls, drinks, and everybody. So I'm like, yo, let's go. So we're like, all right, we about to leave. Now, here we go. So, now we out of there. I'm like, this ain't fun no more. This is not fun. So we leave. Now, because TA, the DJ, Son of Berserk, that's who, y'all see him from the Juice movie. He's in the Juice movie. When they're in the record store, they got a poster behind it in the record. Watch the Juice movie. You'll see Son of Berserk, and they on the album. They got the soundtrack, right? And they from Freeport stand up. Now, they got an after party for Juice because Son of Berserk is from Freeport and Roosevelt. They connected, so they big. So they got the after party for Strong Island is in Roosevelt, and Roosevelt is Goonville. Roosevelt is our next, town over from Uniondale with Taheem and them from, and Roosevelt is my goons. All my goons in Roosevelt stand up. So Roosevelt is official grimy, right? Now, the after party's in Roosevelt. Now, at this time, a Hempstead nigga ain't supposed to be in Roosevelt. Facts. Like, you gotta be official and you better be holding, all right? Because it's going down. Like, you're not supposed to be there. Fine. So, we leave the building, we leave the city, whatever. We get open, whatever. We smoking weed. So niggas like, where we going? We going to the after party in Roosevelt. It's on Nassau Road. It used to be a bar called, I think it was called Burgundy something. No, not Burgundy. It's called something. Y'all know the one by Central Station Clothing Store. That wasn't there, guys. But anybody from Roosevelt, get in the comment section. Y'all remember the bar that used to be right there, the legendary one, the one that everybody gets shot up and killed. Get in the comment section. My memory is kind of bad. All right. So it's at this legendary bar, hood spot. You know what I'm talking about, Laz. It's like Love People in Brooklyn by the Empire. Like going to Love People for an after party. You feel me? It's just like that. Anybody official old school know what I'm talking about. Love People. That's the official days. All right. So we get to Roosevelt. Now we leave the city, all that. We leave back. We get back to Strong Island. We get to the after party. Now I got on the crazy red Fendi suit, all the wells. Dow got it. You do not wear that to Roosevelt, Laz. That is the stupidest thing in the world. But we got a ratchet. Okay? So we always keep a ratchet. So I ain't tripping. You feel me? So if it go down, it don't matter. Now, I have to give some backstory because it's going to make a lot of sense. Listen to this, Laz. Now, I got this chick. Now, this is when I was Fendi Rashawn. I had the Fendi Audi. They used to call me Fendi, right? They thought my name was Fendi because I always wore the Fendi suits. My Audi was Fendi. And the EPMD dancer dude, he saw me at White Castle. Shout out everybody used to be at White Castle. Call me, yo, you Fendi? And I'm like, nah, that ain't my name. My name is Rashawn. But everybody thought I was Fendi from the car and the clothes. Why? So anyway, at this time, my baby moms, me and her, shout out to Pam. Everybody from New York, Long Island, gonna laugh. Yeah, Pam did this. Listen to this. So Pam got the crazy Fendi bags and everything because that's my wifey. So she Fendi'd out. So now, Laz, whenever I'm with her, everybody from the old school, y'all know what I'm talking about. Whenever I'm with her, she always got a 25 ratchet in her pocketbook, a little baby, so it's small enough. So I never be with her nowhere without a ratchet because I always wear jewels, always heavy trucks. So I ain't going nowhere with wifey if I ain't got no ratchet. You ain't about to catch me out there, and I ain't got no ratchet with wifey and looking all embarrassed. So wifey always got the ratchet in the pocketbook, right? So one time we come out the building, me and my goons, and this backstory makes sense. It's gonna add up. So we walking out, and some dude, some big black dude, no disrespect, I ain't saying black is nothing, but he was a big gorilla looking type dude, big dude, and he had this bad light skinned chick. I mean, this chick was so bad, and I'm like, damn, homie got a bad one. You know what I mean? And I like that. I like to see when a nigga to snatch a bad one. So when I said that homie got a bad one, wifey looked at me like, what? And I'm like, no. I was just saying his girl is bad. And she's like, oh, you like that bitch, bro? I try not to curse. You like that itch? And I'm like, nah. And Laz, in front of my goons, she said, oh, you like that itch? And she dropped the pocketbook, Laz, and pulled the gun out on me. Wifey. She pulled the gun out, and I'm looking at her like, yo, what the? And I'm like, yo, you tripping. You like that itch? I don't know what demon possessed her, but she looking at me, and I'm like, yo, you tripping. And I went to reach, and she pulled the trigger, Laz. It said, but it was on safety. Oh, and I couldn't believe that this girl would have shot me, Laz. I'm like, you pulled the, and so when it said click, and I immediately snatched and bang, and it grabbed her hand and hit it like hard, and the gun smashed on the ground, right? So it smashed on the ground. Then she tried to attack me, like, immediately started, kicking it, and I had to grab her and everything. So we grabbing her, and the people looking out the building, they see the gun. I'm like, my man, like, yo, Rod, they gonna call the cops. So we had to grab her and put her in the car. She kicking in the car. We pull it off. It was crazy, right? So now that's over. Now, fast forward. This is probably about a month or two later. We at the building. We got the ratchet, Laz. So we got that one. We got that one because we got that one because it's so small that we can hide it. And we can sleep in it. We could put it in our Timbs. Like, you could hide it. I love that one, the baby 2.5 with the clip. So we can hide it. So that's why we got that. So we at the joint. We inside Roosevelt. We in there. We heavy. They playing the music from the Juice soundtrack. All the women there. Everything there. So now here we go. We in there. So these goons walk in from Roosevelt. So they looking. And I'm looking. And they looking at all the wells. And I see this main one. Dark-skinned Saquon. Everybody that knows Saquon from Roosevelt with the muscles, little short, muscle-bound Saquon. A lot of y'all know him from up in Attica, Clinton. Y'all know him from the prison system. Y'all know Saquon's a legend. So I know Saquon from back in the days, and he know me. The God know me. So he looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I can see him like shake his head, and I'm like, nah, I say, don't even try it. You know what I mean? So then I'm peeping it. So he left out, Laz. So he went out the thing. So I'm like, all right, whatever, because we holding. So they about to it's about to wrap up. We got like probably 2 songs left. They doing the last drink thing or whatever. They about to close up. So I'm like, yo, y'all, let's bounce. You know what I mean? Let's get out of here before it closes. So then we start to bounce. We start to walk outside. So a lot of people start leaving too, because we brought a lot of attention. So as we start to leave, a lot of the women start to leave. So everybody start to go out. So we walk out the door, and Saquon is out there. So he's standing, like, we walk out, and it's like a parking lot with the cars, and he's standing in the front. So everybody else, so we stop, and I'm looking at him. He looking at me eye to eye, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, what is he up to? Then all of a sudden, Laz, the nigga just pull out the ratchet. Everybody laid down. It was about 50 people out there. This nigga, like, everybody laid down. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, I'm heavy. I got a lot of my jewels on, right? And my coat and stuff. I'm like, oh no.
What he
You
pulled
can't
out
get
though? He
all
pulled
this.
out some big shit.
He pulled out some big shit, and he is short. Dog, he pulled out like a 45, a crazy 45 or 44 mag or something stupid. It was so big, and he little, so it looked even bigger. You know what I mean? That thing was crazy. And he a goon. Saquon will whoop your butt with fighting. He muscle bound, like he just a beast. He a beast. You know what I mean? So, and everybody know from Roosevelt, Saquon a legend. All right. So I'm like, so him pulling, he could pulled out something small. Niggas still was, you know, he official. So, but nah, he has something crazy, right? So that nigga pulled out the crazy thing, so everybody freeze. But the nigga looking at me, last, he looking at me. We still got eye contact, because I know him, last, back from the old hip-hop b-boying days. I know Saquon, we know each other. So I'm like, come on, Say. He looking at me eye to eye like, this how he looking at me, last. Why? I don't want to do it, but you violated by coming in my hood like that. I got all that from the eye contact. Real niggas know what I'm talking about. I got all that from eye contact. Nigga, Ra, I didn't want to do this, but you violated me by coming in my spot like that. And if I don't do this, last, like, I lose cred. You feel me? Niggas is like, you let this Hempstead nigga, these niggas come in here all heavy and you don't do nothing. So I'm like, oh, I really messed up, Laz, right? So I'm like, damn, because I like Say too. So now the nigga looking, right? Everybody freeze and everybody scared, right? So then my nigga Dow X, he from out east, he from Huntington, Suffolk County, stand up. So Dow is like, yo, he don't know Say, so he like, yo, wow. And now Dow got the gun, right? Dow got the 2.5. So the nigga standing there, right? So he told everybody to lay down, but everybody just stood there, froze, because everybody like it took a second for everybody to think, what the hell? So then he said, y'all late, and when he no, he didn't do it then. I was about to say something. No, he didn't do it then. He said, I said, lay the hell down. So people start to lay down. And when they start, I looked around and everybody's laying down. And so some of my other crew, they laid down, but Dow didn't and I didn't, because we had a ratchet. So Dow looking at me and he's inching. I'm like, no. Like, I'm telling him, like, no, you got to do it. Like, do not reach for that ratchet at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Because Saquon is going to blast you. And that gun look real big, lads. You know, we got a 25. That you know, you got to shoot a nigga in the head with that. You feel me? That nigga, he shoot you in your leg, your arm coming off. That type of shit, you got to cannon, right? So the nigga, so I'm like, Dow, do not reach for that. But Dow itchy, he mad because he like, this nigga got the drop over there, and Dow don't want to lose his chain. I know he just got the chain. Like, he just bought the big official Dumbo joint with the Nefertiti. So I know this nigga like, I'm not trying to lose this chain, right? But I'm like, nigga, you gonna lose your life if you don't make a right decision, right? So I'm like, no, right? So he's hesitant. So he said, so now everybody's laying down, right? So he looks and he starts to walk towards me, Laz. Listen clearly. He says, Rashawn. And I'm like, oh. And he looking at me. He said, take it off, Ra. And I said, come on, Say. He said, take it off, Ra. And I'm like, yo, Say, man, yo, just get everybody else, man. They got money. He said, take it off, Ra. I ain't playing. And I was like, so I start to reach for it, right, to take it off. And I start to pull it up. And Dow already started to take off his joint, because Dow could see this nigga serious, and he see it's personal between me and him, right? So Dow already know this nigga official, he probably gonna definitely shoot me. If he talking to Ra, he know Ra, he gonna blast my head off type stuff. So Dow started taking his joint off. So I start to take my joint off, and then I was like, come on, and the nigga said, that's when he clocked that, bitch, right? He said, I said, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, I say, fuck. And I'm thinking like, he got this one. You know, first nigga, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I finally got. And from my page, y'all gonna see all the stories. Nobody ever got me. They weren't victorious. A lot of people tried, but this was the only nigga that might be victorious, right? So I'm like, damn, somebody finally got me. So I start to take it off, right? Dow took his joint off. I start to take it off. Now, as I start to take it off, I look at Dow, and he like take his joint up, so he start to lay down, and then listen to this is funny. I look and I see the police driving. This is the funniest thing in the world, the way, and this was supposed to be the second story, Laz, you know that. Remember, I did another story. This just happened now to be the second story, and it ties into the first story I tell. Laz, this is where I got that idea. This is why in the first story, when the police tried to pull up, I said, oh, hell no, it's because it happened. Laz, so the police, the Nassau County, they got a blue and orange cop car. We got a Hempstead police, and Roosevelt got Nassau County. So I see the blue and orange car in the street, but it's kind of far. It's far enough outside the parking lot. So I looked and I said, yo, Say, I said, they're the police. And he turned around and he looked and he was like, man, fuck them police. I said, well, I'm good. I said, you ain't gonna shoot me from the police. So I start walking casually. Listen to this, Laz. I start walking casually, right? And he's like, Rob, I'm telling you, I'll blast you. I said, nigga, you ain't gonna blast me in front of the police. Knock it off. So
how far you said the police was from y'all?
They was far enough away, Laz. They were too far away. Like they were the street. Anybody know the parking lot? The parking lot is big, and then the street is big. So it was far enough away. And my stupid butt is like leisurely walking. And when I got past him, he said, oh, flash your ass. So I said, you ain't gonna shoot me in front of the police, Say, because I know it. So I start walking and I'm walking and I get to the sidewalk and these niggas just pull off. Chill. And I'm like, oh shit. And he said, now your ass is dead, Rob. I said, here. I just took it off, Laz. Here, Say. Here. And I gave it to him. So when I gave it to him, I gave it to him. He looked at me. I said, come on, Say, you got it. You got the job. It's all good. He's like, and he turned around. And when he turned around, my nigga Dow stood up. But so when he had his back, so he turned to me because he turned his back on the crowd. So when he turned to me, we talking, Dow stood up. So when he turned back around, Dow had stood up. And when Dow stood up, he went to reach for the ratchet, right? He went to reach for the ratchet. And when he reached for the ratchet, this is some slick, this real stick-up kid shit, y'all. Worldwide, listen to this. The nigga Saquon is so official that he had, Laz, when Dow went to reach for the ratchet, a nigga came out the crowd and put a 4-4 to his head. Don't even think about it. Oh, that was fly. That was the flyest shit I ever seen. The nigga had a nigga with him, but acted like he was in the crowd, Laz. So that if anybody tried to do anything, a nigga is there. Oh, it was official. I give Saquon all props for that. That was an official stick-up move right there. So the nigga put the thing to Dow head and was like, nigga, don't you even think about it. So Dow went and laid back down. So then Saquon grabbed him and then he grabbed it. He had my chain. Then he ran, he grabbed Dow's off the ground. And then they took off to try to run down the side. And people know it's a sidewalk, right? So they went to go towards Roosevelt, not towards Uniondale or Hempstead. So they start to run. So when they start to run, I ran to Dow and I said, give me the ratchet. He gave me the ratchet and I pulled it out and in front of everybody, I cocked it and I shot it. And when I shot it, nothing happened. Nothing. And I'm like, what the? And I shot again, nothing, Laz. And I'm like, what the? Later, I find out the gun got jammed from when I smacked it out of wifey's hand and it hit the ground when she tried to shoot me. It jammed, but we never tried to use it since then. And it was about a month later. But the funny thing, guys, listen clearly. I'm glad I didn't because I had a clear shot at Saquon's back and I could have, and it was in front of everybody. I could have caught a 20, I could have paralyzed him or killed him shooting him in his spine or back of the head. I could have caught a real bad bid off of that. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't have been worth it because he just took my chain. I could buy another one. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that it didn't work. It jammed. You know what I mean? And we took that L. We took that L, Laz. We had to take that L. And I'll never forget that story. He the only one that ever ganked me. Shout out to Saquon. And you know what I charged it up to, Laz? I was a stick-up kid before, you know what I mean? We used to stick up people. And I charged it up to, you know what? I got paid payback. You know what I mean? That karma. You feel me? I'm like, it had to come back, Minutes Gym Pop. Yo, guys, I got some crazy coming. I got the Tyson coming. I got a bunch of joints. I got a Poppy Mason official Lies. Everybody who was at Lacey's roller rink in White Castle, y'all know what I'm talking about. A fish. I got him coming for you, lads. We on deck. So shout out Uncle Yahshua, what do I call it? Uncle Yahshua, 25 to Life Tales. Subscribe to me, Joe. I got the official joints, but I'm giving Lies all the exclusives. I just dropped one today, Lies, and shouting out your name and everything. It's a crazy one. Princess Black and Jam Master J one I just dropped on my channel today, Lies. I shout you out. Shout out Gem Pop, all that. So salute official St. Lies. Love is love, King. I love y'all all. I'm a man of the Most High, so I try not to curse. Yo, guys, listen. We telling these stories. These stories are just our life. They cause us PTSD. They cause us trauma. They cause some of us to get life bids. A lot of people lost their life. We're not promoting gun violence. We're not promoting drugs. We're not promoting nothing. We're trying to tell these stories so the youth can understand it didn't end well. None of it ended well. You feel me? Get a job, work, get a girl, take care. Stop hating on one another, guys. We gotta love one another. You feel me? We are our own people. We be our own worst enemies. Stop that crabs in the barrel crap. You feel me? That's what's up. Love is love. Elevation Nation, stand up. Uncle Yahshua, I'm out. Love you, Lies. Love you, Jim Pop. We out.
Hey, yo, subscribe to the bro channel for more stories, you heard? He got them. And he got more coming to this channel, you heard? Long Island, what's poppin'? Check in on that comment gang. You feel what I'm saying? Comment gang, make sure y'all tear this up. I need 10,000 comments on this. You heard? Scream at me.